Hello, my amazing artists. It's Miss Randall here. So today we are going to be practicing our scissor practice. Okay, so I've been practicing for a very long time, and I just want to go over some scissor safety. You have your scissors. The proper way, if you ever have to travel or walk with your scissors, is you hold it right here and you walk, so that if you trip or fall or somebody's running by you or something happens, the blade is protected and it's not going to stab you or somebody else or cut the furniture or something else. So you always want to practice safe scissor practice by holding if you have to move with your scissors or travel with them. Okay. Now, when we hold our scissors, the thumb goes in the top. We always are looking down at our thumb when we are holding ours, when we are using our scissors. So the thumb goes in the top, and then 3, 4, 2, however works for you, is going to go on the bottom. And then you are just going to cut. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate what we're going to be doing today. We are going to make our own scissor practice sheet. Since I'm not there to give you one, you're going to make your own. And then we're going to decorate what we've done and turn it into an art project. So I will demonstrate right now. All right, here's a little artwork that I was working on earlier. And let me just put my camera in and we'll get started. What you're going to need today is you're going to need something to draw with, and a piece of paper. It can be any kind of paper. It doesn't have to be a white paper like I'm going to use. It could be just a scrap piece of paper or a lined paper from your notebook. Okay, and anything to write with. I'm going to draw with a Sharpie because that's so you guys can see what I'm doing better. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to put your paper like this with the short end on the top and the long end on the bottom. We're going to draw some different lines. The first one, we're going to do a straight line. Okay, so we're going to do a straight line all the way across. The second line was going to be a wavy line. You want to touch all sides. So both sides, you want to go all the way to this side, okay? The third one is going to be a zigzag line. And remember, friends, you can always pause the video and do it and then play it again, okay? But remember back there, I want you to be using the same materials I am using here at home. So you're not making art on the computer. You're making art with your hands. The next one we're going to draw is, I like to call the castle line. So it goes side up, side down, side up, side down, side up, side down, side up, side down, all the way across until you hit it right there. Awesome. So now you have your straight, your wavy, your zigzag, your castle line. Okay, so now we're going to get our scissors. Remember, you always want to see your thumbnail on the top. So your thumb, and the smaller one is always on the top as well. Okay, so one thing we need to remember about scissors is they only cut. They just cut. You have your scissor cutting hand and your helper hand. Your helper hand is helping by holding and moving the paper. The scissors only cut. Okay, so my helper hand's going to hold as close as I can without cutting myself and being safe. When you open your scissors, you want to put your paper all the way to the edge. Not here, not there, not in the middle, all the way to the edge. And you're going to squeeze. And you don't want to squeeze all the way to the end. You want to stop in the middle and open and push. Stop, open, and push. Stop, open, and push. Stop, open, and push. Until you get to the end. And there you have your first strip. The second one, same idea. You are holding with your helper hand and your scissor hand is just cutting, squeezing, and what's going to happen here? Am I going to move my scissors? No, I'm going to move my paper with my helper hand to line up my scissors with the line. And I'm moving my helper hand over here, and I'm not cutting all the way. I'm just cutting a little bit and opening and push. Little open push, little open push, little open push. Okay, just a little bit of cut, opening and pushing along the line, guiding with my helper hand. My scissors are just cutting. They're not moving all around like that. They are just cutting, and your helper hand is the one guiding and moving the paper. And there we go. We have our second one. And so on with the zigzag. Am I going to move my scissors? No, I'm going to move the paper to match up with my scissors. Just like so. Moving, opening, and closing. I'm not cutting all the way to the end. I'm not cutting all the way to the end. I'm just opening them before I get to the end. Because if you cut it all the way to the end like this, your scissors get out. And then you're wasting your time trying to put your scissors back in. Okay? You only want to cut till halfway. See, I cut halfway, and then I open and I push. And do it again. Helper hand guiding. Okay? And there we go. There's my third piece. Now we're going to move on to the castle line. The castle line, same idea, guys. You are using your helper hand to guide the paper, and you are just cutting with your scissors. And try not, I'm going pretty fast, but the slower you go, the better you're going to get at this. This is practice, friends. I want us to become really good at cutting so that we can move on and do other projects. And we can cut and paste and look at different artists like Matisse. We can do papel picado. We can do lots of fun art projects when we know how to cut really, really well. So it's always good to practice, okay? There. Now, I have my 3 of these. Now, what we're going to do when we're finished with these is we're going to get our colors out. And you want to decorate them however you want. I am looking at my castle line. I really like my castle line. I'm going to turn it into a castle. I'm going to come here and draw maybe a little bridge, or I'm sorry, a little door right here. Okay, maybe I'm going to draw some windows and the turrets. That's what we call these, turrets. Okay, some windows. Maybe I'm going to make a brick pattern. I don't know if you guys know how to do a brick pattern, but it's a straight line, horizontal, side to side, and you'll draw some kind of like stripes. Okay, so stripes. And this one is going to line up with that one, but is going behind the door because the door is not made of brick. I'm going to make the castle made of brick. So then the bottom, I'm going to just put some vertical lines up and down. Vertical lines up and down. And then to make the brick pattern, friends, you want to go in between your first vertical lines on the second part. So see how I'm going in between? In between. That's how we're going to make a brick pattern, by going in between. That's how bricks are laid to make a building. So they are more sturdy. They're not lined up, right? So you're just taking do in between. Here it doesn't really matter because you can't see the brick, right? And do. And there we go. My castle. Now, friends, you can add whatever you want to this. If you want to make a little princess or a queen or, you know, a dragon maybe looking through the window, you can do that. We are using colored pencils again. If you have crayons, awesome. And you're just going to kind of color in. Ooh, I'm going to use this nice red brick kind of color. And I'm going to just start coloring them in bricks. Remember, I'm going one direction. Okay, except if I get to the edges, I'm going to kind of go in one direction here. And one direction here like this. And you friends, I want you to decorate all of your little strips that you did, okay? If you cut them in half, that's fine. Just decorate what you can. I want you to do your best, and then I want you to post it on Seesaw, okay? Remember, we are using the materials that I am using at home, at your home. So you are using paper and scissors. Okay, we're not drawing on the computer. We are learning how to make things with our hands and learning how to use the materials the best we can. Okay, so I can't wait to see what you guys make. I want you to decorate all of these. Maybe this one above me is going to be right here. Let's turn it around. Ooh, or this one's going to be, what does it look like? Rolling hills. I'm going to decorate it to make some rolling hills. And my hills are going to be maybe green. And I'm going to maybe have some, I don't know, rocks in there. Maybe I'll draw some little rocks here. And a rock here. Maybe I'm going to have a little tree somewhere. A little tree. I'm going to draw a little tree. Right? And maybe a tree over here. And it's kind of like I'm drawing a landscape. Okay, it's kind of like I'm drawing a landscape. And keep coloring here. Kind of use the side of my pencil so that I can cover more. Okay. All right. And friends, if you want to keep practicing your scissors because you think that you need to practice more, you can always make your own scissor sheets with any piece of paper and just draw different kinds of lines and practice cutting them. And you should probably also try doing shapes. Okay? So cutting out some shapes. Okay? If you cut out some shapes, I want you to post whatever you have made on Seesaw. It would be really nice if you recorded something about your process or just told me if you something about maybe your drawing. Right? What inspired you or why you chose this or your color choices, or maybe you have something going on in your drawing. Okay. So I can't wait to see what you have created on Seesaw. Have a great day. Thank you, artists. See you next week.